So I'm here at the back of the garden, and if you remember from my last video, we've had the big eucalyptus gunnii tree chopped down. It was way up there, and now it's about 2.5 meters tall trunk, and it should re-sprout. So that was the last thing we had, last update from the garden. There's a view for the fields beyond, and this is where we're going to do the gazebo or structure at the bottom of the garden. But I've not been working on this area for the last few days. Instead, I've been working on the first half of the garden. So let's have a look down there. So we'll just go down the relatively new gravel path past the fernery that I've been planting up. And then we'll go down here and I'll show you what I've been up to. It's a beautiful spring day, nice and calm. Here in this bed, it just looks like mulch because that's all you can see. If I just step back a bit, this large area which we created by taking up the decking and putting this new gravel path here, under here is all my Hedychium forestii that I've moved from closer to the house and I put in this area. So this large area is probably about 3 or 4 meters across, 2 meters depth. All this now is going to be the ginger that'll come up in the next month or two. It won't get to as big as it normally does. The helicopters and the dogs make a lot of noise here, but it should make a good display of jungly leaves and then flowers in September. So I've cleared the Hedychium, so let's go and see what that looks like. So we'll go over the bridge and then we'll just stop here. And if we look up, we can see we've got a big open space. And yes, the Berinda 1046 bamboo has gone. So I have taken up all the plants from this area, started last autumn. And I was left with a couple of big plants. The Hedychium was one, but that was pretty easy to dig up. And that was roughly in that area. And then here we have the big blue bamboo, and I did a video of me starting to dig this up, and it was so hard. It's one of the hardest things I've ever had to move in the garden, and I've done lots of other bamboos, but this one was much harder than the rest. And if you remember, it was taking up a big space here, and the view you can see now is wide open. And before, you can see it was just a big bamboo that you could see without much else. And obviously we have the jungle plants for the last 6-7 years in this area, looking fantastic in summer. But the plan now is to have a big open lawn in this area. So I've been leveling it, I've added some topsoil, I've taken up all the weeds, and I had all the big beds coming around here that were much higher than the path that was coming around here. So I had to re-sculpt all the area, dig out all the old wooden posts that were making the path edges. Done a lot of work here, and then the plan's going to be to have a border where this big flower is here, and we'll run it down past all the palm trees, going up towards plug sockets here, and then continue the bed here. So I'll widen this bed with the princeps palms in. I'll just widen it so it's in level, in line with the plug socket. So we'll build up the bed here going across. Just got a bit more depth for planting in front of the palm trees. And the same here, we've got the beautiful Trachycarpus palms, most of which are coming into flower right now, which is good to see. Yes, I've got all this ivy to tidy up because all the ivy's taken over a lot of the palm trees. I did a start over here. I still want it to go up the fence because it helps support the fence, but I want to take it off the actual trunks. And you can see the flowers emerging here, the big smoked haddock flowers which will emerge from those pouches. And then in front of the palm trees, because we've removed a lot of the lower leaves, we can have some nice summer colour in front. We'll have a nice border going down here and going round. So I'm going to use the same corten steel that we've got for the paths further down the garden, so it'll be a nice flow throughout the garden of the corten steel, all the way edging and going across into the second half of the garden. And on this side, we'll also have the same corten steel edging coming all the way through and down and round that area. So that is the plan. It's been a lot of work to get to this stage, and still a lot of work to go. We've had obviously the nice spring flowers of the daffodils. Here we've got a beautiful arum lily. Look at this one. You don't often see this one, but it's absolutely beautiful with its yellow flowers spathed there. And it, you know, the leaves come up in winter and the flowers come up in spring. This edge here obviously is more of the shady side, so we'll have some shady plants underneath, but we've got the main backdrop of the fatsias, the loquat, the bamboo, and that's another job I've been doing. Could have cut back up there, I've cut back some of the bamboo, I've cut back all the conifers. The conifers were way up here like this, so I've been to dump a lot of times recycling centres to get rid of all that conifer waste, because it was way up there casting a lot of shade. So that's been cut down, all that's been removed and cleared, and now it's on with putting the edging in and then creating a lawn. So putting a nice lawn in this area, so it widens out this area, nice big open space, and that's the plan with this part of the garden. So a short update today, but there's been a heck of a lot of work to make it. As you can see, clearing so much stuff has taken 3 or 4 days, cutting it all back, and then clearing, levelling the lawn or the soil, removing all the weeds and the stones. Still got a bit of roots to take up, and that bamboo, flipping heck, honestly, that was so hard to dig up. It's got a few divisions left, sold a few big chunks, but I've got a few left here, look, from our open days in smaller sizes. So that is a plan. So on my next video, I will be edging this area and laying the lawn. Oh, I nearly forgot to talk about the bridge, which I'm not happy with anymore. I've changed the sides before, but I think I'm going to remove the sides so that we just have a walkway across with nothing to hold on to. Make it a bit more exciting getting across to the second half of the garden. And also I've noticed down here it was a bit soft underfoot. These boards are fine, but unfortunately on one side, I think it's here, on one of these, where is it? There. This lifts up because we've got rot on that joist. I've checked all the joists under the bridge where it goes actually over the water, and that's totally fine, but this area here, unfortunately the top has rotten. So what I'm going to do as a stopgap, I don't think I'm going to replace the full bridge quite yet, but I can reduce this part of the bridge. Don't need this part, so I'm going to take the sides off, and then I'm going to start the bridge about here. Just remove this area so the bridge will be shorter, still obviously going across the water and carrying on that way. We may or may not remove the chocolate vines here as well and move them down the garden. So that's the plan. So I've changing the bridge. So basically I'm changing everything in the garden over the last year, because I've done all the paths on the second half of the garden. Just waiting to do the structure at the end. And obviously we're going to do all the new edging and lawn here, and then the connecting part, the bridge, needs refreshing and updating. So that's another job to do in the garden. So thank you for watching this edition of Exotic Garden UK with me, Yorkshire Kris. Join me next week where I'll be doing more in the garden.